Now, funny story, they're not touching my tomatoes, and they're not touching my potatoes either. They are touching my marigolds, all of my flowers, and my peppers. And they've eaten all of my sunflower seedlings that came up. Hi guys, welcome back to Sam's Life with a Husky. The Husky is not here right now, as you saw in Monday's video. Today is Monday. Ghost is still healing, and I still need to get him booties. I've checked all the stores, and for some reason, because it is summertime, no one has booties, so I have to order them online. I wanted to buy them in the store so that way I could, have him try them on and easily return them. Returning to Amazon is easy, but still. Sometimes having a store that has it is easy. So, But we are out on a morning walk. This is my first walk in about 2 weeks, week and a half, somewhere in that general vicinity. I have not wanted to walk because I hate walking by myself. I hate not having my walking buddy, but it is my day off, and I have noticed that the lack of exercise is, in fact, hurting my mental health. So I brewed my coffee, and I am out here. It is 72 degrees out here right now. It's supposed to hit 93 degrees. It is supposed to be in the upper 90s all week long. Not upper, we'll say low 90s all week long this week. I finally, begrudgingly, put my air conditioner in on either Thursday or Friday last week, just a couple days ago. And it was time. I have been holding off because of the fact that I lose a window. I only have two windows in my room. And by putting the air conditioner in there on nice nights where it actually is between like 50 and 65 degrees, somewhere in there, it actually cools my room down to have both windows open. When I lose the window because of the air conditioner, on the nice nights, if I just have one window open, it does nothing because I close my bedroom door, and when that door gets closed, there's no breeze there. Unless it's super, super windy outside, nothing comes into my room. So even on the nice nights, sometimes I have to run my air conditioner, which I hate. It's a whole thing, guys. If you have to use window units because your house doesn't have central air, yeah, it's a thing. You know what I'm talking about. So today, like I said, I am out on this walk. I actually had like a half an hour conversation with one of my neighborhood neighbors who is actually on the outskirts of the neighborhood. She's on the main road that runs along our neighborhood. And I had a nice talk with her this morning. We talked about all the things like politics, schooling, children, dogs, of course. She has a little, she's super cute. She has a little Chihuahua Dachshund mix. The wiener dog, I think it's a Dachshund. I could be wrong, but she's super cute. I didn't get a picture, otherwise I would insert it here for you guys. But an unexpected neighbor conversation this morning, considering it was at 7 in the morning and most people are headed off to work on a Monday morning. So it was nice. I've never talked to this lady in length. She is the skeleton house lady. She always has skeletons dressed up and hanging around her yard. She's an interesting person. Very dark person, but not in a bad way. It's definitely from life lessons that she's a little bit on the dark side, but she's also very nice. And I'm glad I had that conversation with her today. That's going to start my day off. I am going to finish this walk, and then I have to do some gardening before it gets 90 degrees outside. My goal is to be in the house by noon. 11 o'clock would be, 11 o'clock is my goal, to be in the house. When I get back, I have to make my breakfast, which is eggs and a small bowl of cereal. This morning, I got the blueberry frosted shredded wheat bites from Wegmans, and they're actually pretty good, and they have protein and fiber. So that's part of my breakfast this morning. So it'll be super easy, super quick. When I'm done with that, I'll jump outside. I am in my garden today cutting back the weed fabric so that there's a nice square around the plant, because I didn't do that when I planted everything, and I'm regretting life choices. The slugs are decimating everything. So I learned that coffee grounds can help with that. So I'm going to cut back the weed fabric, and I've saved up my coffee grounds from the last week and a half, and I'm going to put them around all of my plants. Now, funny story, they're not touching my tomatoes, and they're not touching my potatoes either. They are touching my marigolds, all of my flowers, and my peppers. And they've eaten all of my sunflower seedlings that came up. So I have to restart sunflowers indoors so I can plant them outside after they grow. So we might not have sunflowers. And then plant them out. It's a whole thing. These freaking slugs, guys, I'm hating them. And my arm hurts. So give me just 1 second. Okay, I switched arms, so this is going to be a little different. But the camera is still in the same location, so we should be good. So, like I said, I'm going to do all of that. I'm starting my sunflowers indoors today. I'm starting more silver slicer seeds indoors today. And I'm not doing any more green beans, because I did have green beans coming up, but they were going after my green beans too, guys. These slugs had no remorse. I've never had a problem with slugs, but apparently coffee grounds work to deter slugs. And not only that, it's also a slow release fertilizer. So it's natural. I've been using Neptune's Harvest. I did my second fertilizing treatment last night. And because of the heat that we're having this week, chances are we're going to be watering every single night. So we will see how that goes. But other than that, let's see what today brings. Well, guys, it is the end of the day. And I did get out here and work in the garden. I'm watering it right now because it was 93 degrees today. So we did what we could. I was out here working until about 11 o'clock. That's the air conditioner, which is actually quite loud. So we're going to walk away, at least a little ways here. And we're watering the garden. Look at my potatoes. So, there. Yeah. Pointing in camera sucks. My potatoes are rocking it, guys. And I had some volunteers come up. The potatoes in the pots are doing good. I don't mind them being smaller. I let them set flowers earlier. I don't mind them being smaller since they're in pots. But what I did today, I'll take you for a quick tour, is I went around the edge of my garden here and pulled out any of the clover type stuff. This stuff. Whoa, pointing. That stuff. This stuff is everywhere here. I call it clover. I don't think it's clover. It's a viney type plant, and it flowers. Like, it's everywhere. It's prolific. You can't get rid of it. So I went around the edges of the inside and the outside, pulled that all out of there, because otherwise, if you get it early, it's fine. You don't got to worry about anything. So I did that for both gardens. I also spread the coffee grounds that I had available around the plants, and if you can see, I cut larger holes around the plants. So when I fertilize, it helps me get directly to the soil as opposed to hoping it soaks through this fabric down to the soil, and instead of running off initially, because that's what I've noticed with this fabric. It works great, but when you are fertilizing, if it doesn't have direct access to the ground, it kind of runs off first and then it starts to soak in. It doesn't go straight through the fabric. So I did not have enough coffee grounds. So I'm going to have to save up for another week and save my coffee grounds for another week, which is not a lot, guys. Like, I drink espresso, so there's not a lot there. The slugs are still going after my marigolds. They're not going after my potatoes or my tomatoes. So I'm happy about that, because that's our main crop besides peppers. They are going after the peppers. So I did all of the peppers. I did about 75% of the marigolds. And I did buy some more marigolds to put in the ground, because as you guys know, my marigolds did not come up at all. Marigolds that I tried to start did not come up. I did not get a chance to start my sunflowers indoors or my silver slicer cucumbers indoors because I had to go help my grandma today. So it was kind of spur of the moment. So it just didn't get done. So tomorrow's another day. But I'm going to finish watering. It is breezy and 85 degrees right now. It's beautiful. So I'm going to enjoy my evening. I'm going to go for a walk. Again, another walk. Enjoy my evening. I will tell you a funny story. If you guys remember the gardener snake from last year, we think it's a she. She's still here, and she lives under the deck. How do I know? Because she scared the crap out of me. So, I don't know if I told you guys this. Last night, because I knew all of this week was going to be in the 90s, I had 3 heads of romaine in here and 2.5 heads of buttercrunch lettuce in here. So I harvested them because I knew with the temperatures we were going to have this week, they would just go straight to seed and bolt. So we had nice salads for lunch today. Me and my parents had a lovely fresh salads. Can't wait to try them in the fall, because apparently they taste better in the fall. So excited for that. But I did come over here and I wanted to fill some spots. I still had some of my basil in the starter pods. So I brought them over here and I was like, oh, let me just quickly transplant my basil, And freaking I go to my deck to grab some extra dirt because I needed to put some dirt back in after pulling the lettuce out of there. And don't I see a fat butt of a snake sticking out over here? I was standing here for 5 minutes transplanting things and I didn't see her, and I don't like snakes. Yeah, went inside, grabbed my mom, was like, you gotta come see her, she's huge. She's legit like an inch around. She's big, and she's probably about 1.5 feet long. She's a big gardener snake. We live in upstate New York, guys, so don't worry. It's nothing poisonous. She's good for the garden. I just don't like snakes. And now she's living under my deck because she came out while my mom was watching her, and we watched her go under the deck. I wanted her to go out to the woods right there, out of my yard. Eventually one of the dogs will get her, unfortunately, because she is in the yard, and yeah. But yeah, she scared me half to death. So if you guys have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. I am going to take care of this, get it all done, and we will see you guys in that next video. Like, subscribe, and share.